Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm back with a new tag that I was so grateful, so honored to participate and to be tagged because I'm super new in this community, both in my Portuguese channel and on my English channel right now. In my Brazilian channel, I'm kind of started a few years ago, then I stopped, then I turned back, then I stopped, then I turned back. So I never built a really, or I never felt that I had built a community there, and I'm trying to do it now in both channels here and there. And I was so happy and honored to be tagged for such a special and cute and sweet tag as this one, that is the International Booktuber tag. And I want to start this video thanking Mimi Duong. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly, but your kindness and support with me and my channel is being incredible, and I'm loving it, and I'm really happy to be participating on this tag and to have you on my channel and commenting on my videos. It's really special, so thank you so much. But now let's start the tag. I have 7 questions to answer, and at the end of the video I would make a shout out to all the international booktubers that I follow. So let's go. The first question is, where are you from and what is your native language? I'm Brazilian, and my native language is Portuguese. If you ever heard a Brazilian speaking English before, you notice that we have some accent, like we sometimes we put a deep intonation in the end of the words. So I think you heard me speaking already if this is not your first video, and I'm sure that I probably pronounce at least 1 or 2 words or even more with my Brazilian accent, even if I try to not to, like I'm trying to lose the accent, but yeah, it happens sometimes. So that's it. I'm Brazilian and my native language is Portuguese. Question number 2. What language do you read books in? I read in Portuguese mostly, like 90 or even 80%. I think now, especially in 2024, I read a lot of books in English, but the majority of the time I still read in Portuguese. It's the most comfortable language for me to read, obviously. So Portuguese, but I also read in English as well. And I read one book once in Italian, because Italian is the next language that I want to learn. And I own a book from a friend of mine in Italian, and it was an amazing experience. Actually, I tried to read it without translating anything. Obviously, it was impossible. I had to translate most of the things, but some words are pretty similar to the Portuguese, so sometimes I could not understand the precise word, but I could get the idea of the phrase. So it was nice. It was a nice experience. I learned many new languages in Italian with that book. Obviously now I forgot, because it's been a long time that I read it. Now I forgot many of the words that I learned, but it's the next language that I want to learn, and it was a nice experience. But I read in Portuguese and English for now. Question number 3. Is there a booktube in your native language, and if so, what is the community like? Yes, there is a booktube community. Actually, we try to be everywhere. We are on booktube, we are on BookTok. During the pandemic period, we were also on Twitch. I don't know if this happening in every country. I don't know how it was, the pandemic, for you, but here we basically invaded Twitch, because Twitch, as if you don't know, Twitch is a platform mostly for gamers. But during the pandemic time, there were a lot of people making lives about a lot of things, and we saw on this the opportunity to bring books to this platform as well, and we were huge. We were really huge, at least on the Brazilian platform of Twitch. We were really huge, and that was amazing. It was super nice. Now I think we have, see who wants to appear. She doesn't like that I grab her. Anyway, now we are not as strong. I don't know if there are still people who does lives on Twitch about books, but was a really nice period, and we are very strong here in my country, even though we have a serious problem with people having access to books. Books here, it's very expensive, but it's really interesting because we have this issue. Is a really deep issue that brings a lot of other things in perspective, and not only the price of the books, but the access of the books, where people can find it. Anyway, a lot of things. And but at the same time, we have book event. Lily, excuse me. We have book events where mostly in São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, and we have like 500,000 people coming to this event. Like 500,000 people coming to a book event in a country where book is very expensive and where people have difficult to have access to books. So it's incredible what we can do sometimes. I really, really like our community. And the next question is kind of combined with the third. That is, if there is a big community in my country, why I chose the English. And as I mentioned, I have a Brazilian channel since a while, but I decided to create an English channel as well because I want to learn. I want to learn and practice more my English, because I've been studying English for 5 years and there's not much opportunities to talk besides the course and besides my friend that I made there, and we start to say like, no, we are only going to talk in English because we need to practice, and we are going to read books as well in English and etc. So I'm sorry guys, she's crazy right now. So I decided to create this channel because the course is ending, and after that I will only have my friend and nothing else to practice, only my friend and my books. So I want more opportunities to talk in English, since I'm not going to travel abroad any soon, and I'm not going to move to another country any soon. So I need to speak. I need to continue this thing, you know. So I decided to create this channel, and I love talking about books. I could talk about it my entire day, so why not? Are there any struggles or challenges for you as a non-native English speaker? Of course, there is. For me, some words are really hard to speak, especially if I never heard them before. So like I just try blindly and hope it's correct. And something that doesn't happen really often, but sometimes I still need to stop my reading to search a word that I don't know. So, and sometimes it gets not stressing, but it's really boring, because like I'm in the middle of a scene, something is happening, things are happening, I have to stop everything. The climate go to zero, and because I have to stop to search the word, and sometimes I don't even search. I skip it, and keep reading. Then I turn back and like if it's something that doesn't allow me to understand the phrase, then I stop and search. But if it's a word that and I understand what is happening even without knowing the meaning of that word, I just keep going because sometimes I don't want to stop, you know. It's something that bothers me sometimes. I feel like I'm very perfectionist with this thing, like when I'm speaking, I want to sound as a native. When I'm reading, I want to read as a native. So when I realize that even after all these years, there are words that I don't know, which is completely normal. I know that it's completely normal, but it's my perfectionist side of my brain who keeps saying like, why you still don't know this? But yeah, anyway. And there is one word that is the number 3 that I don't know how to speak it, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know how to speak it. Sometimes I speak 3, sometimes I speak 3. And I know that is something in between. But even when I hear a native speaking, like sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes I hear they speaking 3. Sometimes I hear they speaking 3. And I know that they have different accents as well, which is completely fine. But I sometimes I think I would die and I would not, and I would never learn how to speak this word properly. So yeah, I think right now at least these are the challenges that I face. Oh, and also the constantly fear. For example, I'm speaking to you and I'm completely fine. But speaking with like face to face with a native, I feel so nervous because I always think that I will make a mistake, I will say something wrong, I will pronounce something wrong, and again, my perfectionist side. And I'm also scared to don't understand anything that the person says, and I have to keep saying like, oh, can you repeat please? For me, it's so embarrassing. But yeah, I know that it's part of the process because I'm still learning and I will constantly be learning since this is not my native language. But yeah, I'm like that. Question number 6. How do you get a hold on English books? I buy them mostly. I buy them the ebook mostly. I buy them because here buy an international book, a physical international book, it's like once in a lifetime. Unfortunately, because there are a lot of special editions, a lot of books that haven't arrived to Brazil yet, and I want to read them. And sometimes I want to read the physical book because it's a book that I think that I'm going to love so much. I have this feeling, you know, but it's impossible. It's completely impossible. The price, it's like extremely huge for us, and it's impossible. So I mostly buy the ebook, or I get in a free app or something like that. But mostly I read my English books. I read in digital format because it's the only way. It's mostly the only way for us. And the last question is, what is the best thing about being part of the international book community? And guys, I love English. I'm Brazilian, but I love English. I always loved English. I think it's such a beautiful language. I don't know why, it's like Italian. It's like when I hear someone speaking Italian, I'm like, wow. It seems like I'm hearing angels talking. So for me, it's the same with English. Of course, I love my Portuguese, but I love English too. And being able to speak it and to understand people speaking it, and to be able to have this conversation that I'm having with you, and all the people that I'm talking since I started my channel. It's mind-blowing, to be honest. Like, the power of the book for me is like that. Like, you have a passion and you can talk about it with anyone in the entire world, and this is magic for me. The book community for me, it's magical, really. I love it. If I could, I would just live traveling and making videos about books. Obviously, I love being a nutrition, and I think this is my mission here on the earth. It's to be a nutritionist, but read books and talk about books in my language and in another language, and I don't know, guys. I have no words for that, because it's really special for me. It's magical. The book community is magical. Everyone is so nice and so supportive. Of course, we have bad people anywhere, and stupid people everywhere actually. But I love it. I love to be here. I really love to be here, and thank you so much to be so supportive and to watch my videos. And I don't know what else to say, because it's pure magic for me. And now, before I mention the international booktubers that I constantly watch, I want to explain why I chose these specific booktubers. Two of them are I knew after I create this channel, so they are and when I created this channel, I created with the will to practice my English, but I also wanted to support more the small channels that we have around. So these first two channels, they are small, they are starting as well, in the same way that I am, and I think it's so important for us to be supportive during this time that we are starting, because it's so nice when we have people watching our videos, and we see our channel growing, and I don't know, it's really special. So I want to support more small channels, and it's really nice that right in the beginning I found people from many places. I thought that I was going to find more from America or even the England, but I found a lot of people from everywhere. So it's really nice. And the first I'm going to mention, obviously, it's Mim Duong from the channel It's Mim Duong. I really like you, girl. I really like you. I like your vibe. I like how you are sweet with me and with my channel. I like your giant comments on my videos. It's really, really nice. Thank you so much for the support. The second that I'm going to mention is and I discovered now that she's Vietnamese. So it was really interesting, because as I said, when I start to search people around, I thought YouTube was going to show me people from the US or from the England, or I don't know, the classic ones. But no, I found Mim, and she's Vietnamese, and I love it. I love to discover that. The second one is Sabrina. She's German, which was so interesting to find, because again, she's the first German person that I met. I've been watching her videos since a while, and she's so sweet. It's so nice because I get in contact with also different accents as well. So I'm sorry if you hear all this noise, it's Lily playing. Anyway, I really recommend you Sabrina's channel. She's so sweet. I really like her videos, and she has kind of the same style of videos that I do, so like reveals and vlogs. It's really interesting. I really recommend her. The next 3 booktubers, they are more famous, and I wanted to mention them because they are from different places around the world, and because they had me inspiring a lot during all these years, both for my Portuguese channel and my English channel right now. I love them. I love their vibe. I love their videos. I don't know. I love them. I really. I think like if I met all these people that I mentioned, I think we would be really good friends. You know. So I decided to recommend them because they are there from my start. You know, I started BookTube watching them. So I thought it was fair to mention them. So the first, actually the third channel that I'm going to mention, it's Hailey from Hailey in My Bookland. She's Canadian, and again, I love her videos. I think she's amazing. She has similar taste as I have, so it's really nice. I love watching her, and I'm watching her since some years, so it's really nice. The next one is Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction, and she's a Scottish. Actually, I don't know if she's Scottish. I know that she lives in Edinburgh, but I think she's Scottish. I'm sorry if she isn't. The last one is Riley from Riley Mary, and she is American, and I love her. I love the TBR jar videos that she does because she has the most funny themes that she picks, you know, like read a book with whatever, and it's always a really interesting and funny, and I actually got inspired, and I think I'm going to do something similar soon. So it's really nice. I will let everyone linked it down in the description, and that's it. I hope you liked this video. I hope you like to know a bit more about me, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.